You probably spent your morning arguing with a tired bureaucrat at the county permit office. You wanted a simple workshop, but they demanded a $2,000 permit and 3 inspections. It feels like you are asking for permission to live on your own dirt. The system is designed to keep you small and paying, but smart asset hunters flip the script with a legal cheat code, the Agricultural Exemption. In many rural pockets, if you prove your land is a working farm, building codes simply vanish. Buy a cow or set up 5 beehives, and suddenly you are an operator. You can build a massive steel fortress without a single inspector measuring your roofline. A quick reality check. This is not a lawless free-for-all. Septic and well rules still apply. But outside city limits, the red tape gets very thin for a man with a tractor. We found 10 counties where the ag loophole is still wide open in 2026. Number 10. Washington County, Missouri. This is the heart of the no-code Ozarks, a place where the hills are steep and the rules are practically non-existent. Missouri remains one of the few states in the Union with almost 0 statewide building codes. In Washington County, the rules for your land are as thin as the mountain air in autumn. If your property is zoned as agricultural, you are the absolute king of your domain. You can build a 5,000 square foot steel building and call it a barn or a storage facility. Then you can live in the back half of it while you work on your vintage trucks or your car collection. You can find a 10-acre wooded lot here for around $35,000 if you look in the deeper hollows. The draw is the absolute lack of government interference in your daily business. Nobody is going to drive down your private gravel road to check your electrical framing or your insulation R value. The local culture is pure hill country independence and old-fashioned grit. People here value a hard handshake and a man who can fix his own equipment without a YouTube tutorial. Here is the part Zillow does not show you in the pretty, filtered forest photos. The humidity in the Missouri summer is a physical force that stays on your skin like a wet blanket. It will try to rot your wood and rust your tools from the inside out. The ticks are a constant biological threat from May to September, and they do not care about your property rights. You better be comfortable with the sound of distant chainsaws and the smell of wood smoke in the morning. But for the price of a used Camry, you own a piece of land where the state government is just a distant rumor you hear on the radio. If you think the Ozarks are free, wait until we head to the Texas desert where a few head of cattle make you legally untouchable. Number 9. Brewster County, Texas. This is the Big Bend region, where the land is rugged and the sky is so big it makes your problems feel microscopic. Brewster is one of the largest counties in America, and most of it is empty, sun-baked space. The draw here is the legendary 1D1 open space appraisal system. If you have enough acreage and a few head of cattle or even some goats, your property taxes drop to almost nothing. We are talking about paying $25 a year for a massive section of land that would cost thousands in a suburb. More importantly, in the unincorporated desert outside of Alpine, there is no building department to answer to. You can build an adobe fortress or a stone cabin out of rocks you found on the ground, and the county won't even send a letter. You can find 20-acre parcels here for under $20,000 today. The appeal is the absolute heavy sovereignty of the high desert. You can see for 50 miles in every direction and not see a single neighbor or a single cell tower. The local culture is a mix of desert rats, independent artists, and people who have completely checked out of the modern surveillance system. Picture yourself sitting on a porch you built with your own 2 hands, watching the sunrise over the Chisos Mountains. There is 0 light pollution, and the silence is so deep it makes your ears ring. But here is where the desert sends you the bill for that freedom. Water is more precious than gold or silver out here. You will spend a large portion of your life hauling 500-gallon plastic tanks on the back of a beat-up flatbed truck. The summer heat will test your sanity and your cooling system until one of them breaks. You have to be your own plumber, your own electrician, and your own heavy-duty mechanic. But you are on firm legal ground because the desert is simply too big for bureaucrats to roam. Number 8. Costilla County, Colorado. This is the San Luis Valley, a high-altitude basin surrounded by 14,000-foot peaks that stay white with snow half the year. Costilla is famous in the off-grid community for being one of the cheapest places to own actual land in the Rockies. You can still pick up a 5-acre lot for around $5,000 if you do not mind the dust. The draw here is the specific combination of residential camping permits and the Ag Loophole. While the county has tried to tighten some rules lately, the agricultural heritage of the valley is still the dominant force. If you are active in alternative agriculture like high-altitude greenhouses or hemp farming, you can often bypass traditional residential construction standards. You see a lot of earthships, yurts, and shipping container homes out here that would be illegal in any city in Denver. The local vibe is survival chic and rugged independence. It is a place for people who want to stretch a small social security check until it screams for mercy. You can grow your own food in a greenhouse and live off solar power without an HOA Karen breathing down your neck about your lawn. The strange detail? The valley is so flat and vast, you can practically see the curvature of the earth at sunset. But the brochure hides the cold, hard reality of the Great Basin. The wind blows at 40 miles an hour for months at a time, shaking your windows and filling your bed sheets with grit. In the winter, the temperature drops to 30 below zero and stays there for weeks. Your pipes will freeze in 10 minutes if you aren't extremely careful with your heat tape. You will spend a small fortune on propane or firewood just to keep your coffee warm. It is not freedom with room service. It is freedom with a high risk of frostbite and a lot of volcanic dust in your teeth. Number 7. Idaho County, Idaho. This is the largest county in the state, and most of it is raw, vertical wilderness. It is a land of deep canyons, rushing rivers, and massive mountain ranges that look like they belong in a movie. The draw here is the right to farm laws that are protected by the state constitution of Idaho. If your property is classified as a working farm, the county is legally restricted from interfering with your ag structures. This means you can build a massive workshop, a storage barn, or a machine shed that just happens to have a full kitchen and a comfortable bathroom inside. You can find 10 acres of mountain land here for around $45,000. The appeal is the world-class hunting and fishing right out your back door every morning. You are surrounded by millions of acres of national forest where you can lose yourself for weeks. The local culture is fiercely independent and very skeptical of anyone who just arrived from California or Washington. People here judge you by the size of your woodpile and the condition of your old truck. Here is the part where the fantasy starts charging heavy interest. Idaho County is incredibly isolated from the modern world. You might be a 3-hour drive from a real hospital or a Walmart. The roads turn into mud pits in the spring and dangerous ice slides in the winter. You better know how to operate a winch, a chainsaw, and a first aid kit. If your generator fails in the middle of January, you are in a survival situation that no one is coming to help you with. But you will own a piece of the last real frontier where a man's land is still his absolute castle. You are trading convenience for the right to handle your own business in the shadows of the mountains. Number 6. Delta County, Michigan. Most people don't think of the Midwest for off-grid freedom or legal loopholes, but the Upper Peninsula of Michigan is a different world entirely. Delta County sits on the cold shores of Lake Michigan and the deep green northern woods. The draw here is the unorganized township logic that still rules the rural areas. In many of these rural townships, there is no local building department at all. If you are farming timber or small-scale livestock like sheep or chickens, you are essentially invisible to the state inspectors. You can build a log cabin out of trees you cut on your own land with your own sawmill. Nobody is coming to check your R value or the height of your windows. You can buy 20 acres of forest here for around $25,000 today. The appeal is the abundant fresh water and the lush green environment of the north. You will never fight over a water tank or a well permit in the Upper Peninsula. The local culture is Yooper through and through, tough, quiet, and friendly to those who mind their own business and keep their mouths shut. Be honest with yourself as you watch this. Would you rather have no HOA and no target, or keep the target and keep the HOA letters in your mailbox every week? If you chose the target, Michigan's Northwoods will break your spirit in a month. The catch here is the legendary lake effect snow. You will spend your winter mornings shoveling 4 feet of heavy, wet snow off your roof so the rafters do not snap. You will be clearing your long driveway with a tractor just to get the mail or a loaf of bread. The mosquitoes in the summer are the size of small birds, and they are always hungry for fresh blood. But for a summer escape on firm legal ground, it is one of the best-kept secrets in the entire country. Number 5. Cochise County, Arizona. This is a legendary spot for the asset hunter and the survivalist. It is located in the southeast corner of the state, right against the Mexican border. The draw here is the owner-builder opt-out program, which is a rare gem in American law. It is a specific county ordinance that allows you to waive almost all building codes if you are building your own home on rural land. When you combine this with an ag exemption for a small orchard, a vineyard, or a few goats, the taxes and the rules drop to near zero. You can find 10 acres of high desert here for around $15,000. The climate is much better than the Phoenix furnace because the elevation keeps things 10 degrees cooler. The local culture is a mix of old-school ranchers and new homesteaders who respect anyone who works with their hands and minds their own business. You can build a straw bale house, a cob cottage, or a steel shed without a bureaucrat laughing at your blueprints. Here is the part Zillow doesn't show you in the glossy photos. You are very close to the international border, and the tension is a physical thing you can feel. You will see Border Patrol helicopters at 2 a.m. with searchlights and sensors on the gravel roads. You have to keep your gear locked up and your eyes open at all times. The wind can be brutal during the summer monsoon season, testing every screw and bolt in your house with 60-mile-an-hour gusts. But you have a legal path to live on your land without a mortgage or a permission slip. If you can handle the border heat and the dust, this is the gold standard for desert freedom. Number 4. Madison County, Arkansas. This is the heart of the rugged Ozark Mountains. Madison County is famous in the off-grid community because it has no county-wide building codes whatsoever. If you are outside the small city limits of Huntsville, you are officially on your own. If you have an ag exemption for cattle, hogs, or poultry, you are functionally invisible to the tax assessor and the state government. You can build a multi-story warehouse and live in the top floor while you run a small-scale cattle operation on the ground. You can find 10 acres of steep wooded hills here for around $30,000. The appeal is the deep green solitude and the incredible abundance of natural spring water. The local culture is old school, private, and very suspicious of outsiders who ask too many questions. People here don't like to be told what to do by anyone in a suit. They value their right to handle their own affairs without a permit or a signature. Picture yourself waking up to the sound of a cold mountain creek running through your property while the fog sits in the hollow. The air smells like oak leaves, wet stone, and wood smoke. You have no HOA, no city tax, and no noise. But here is the ugly part the brochure hides from you. The humidity in the Arkansas summer is a physical force that breeds black mold in your walls if you aren't careful. The ticks, chiggers, and biting flies will treat you like an all-you-can-eat buffet for 4 months a year. The roads are narrow gravel paths that turn into muddy washboards after a heavy spring rain. If you have a medical emergency, the ambulance might take an hour to find your hollow if they can find it at all. You better be good with a chainsaw because trees are always falling on the power lines during the ice storms. It is a place for the man who wants a green fortress and doesn't mind a little dirt under his fingernails and a lot of sweat on his brow. Number 3. Klamath County, Oregon. Located in the rain shadow of the Cascade Mountains, this is the rugged and dry side of the state. Klamath is a landscape of volcanic rock, ancient lava flows, and endless sagebrush. The draw here is the ag zone flexibility that the county maintains to support its ranching history. If you are farming on a certain scale, the county allows for temporary and permanent agricultural housing that bypasses many of the insane urban standards found in Portland. You can buy 5 acres of high desert for around $10,000 today. The appeal is the proximity to Crater Lake National Park and the massive amount of public BLM land for exploring on your dirt bike or truck. The local culture is conservative, independent, and they absolutely hate the high taxes and regulations of the coast. You can build your own little compound in the rocks, and most people will never even notice you are there. Picture yourself sitting in a lawn chair on a piece of volcanic rock, watching the sunset turn the sky into a bruise of purple and orange. It sounds romantic until you realize you cannot easily dig a hole for a septic system. The ground is literally solid rock in many areas, meaning a well or a septic will cost you a fortune in jackhammer rentals and engineering fees. The water table is deep and the high desert wind is relentless, sharp and cold. The winters are long, gray, and bone-chilling, and the loneliness can be a heavy physical weight if you aren't prepared for the isolation. But for the right man, it is a way to own a piece of the West without the crushing debt load of a modern mortgage. You are trading the convenience of the city for the right to be the only person on your horizon. Number 2. Churchill County, Nevada. Most of Nevada is owned by the federal government, but this small pocket of private land is something special. Churchill County is home to the Ag-Exemption of Fallon, where the desert actually turns green. Outside of the main town, the land is wide open, incredibly flat, and very cheap. The draw here is the right to build for agricultural purposes that is woven into the local code. If you are running a small livestock operation or even a commercial kennel, you can put up massive steel structures with minimal oversight from the county seat. You can buy 40 acres of flat desert for around $30,000 today. The county has a long and proud history of letting people live their own lives without interference. As long as you aren't causing a public nuisance or stealing water, they generally leave you alone to rot or thrive. The local culture is a unique mix of alfalfa farmers and Navy pilots from the nearby Top Gun air station. You will see fighter jets screaming overhead at supersonic speeds on a daily basis. It is a place for patriots and people who love the sound of jet engines and the smell of diesel. You can set up a massive solar array and live like a king of the dust with zero neighbors. The catch here is the brutal Great Basin environment. One day it is 80 degrees and sunny, and the next day it is snowing and the wind is trying to flip your RV. The dry lake beds turn into impassable sticky mud after a single rainstorm. You will get stuck and nobody will be coming to pull you out for cheap. Your Amazon deliveries will likely end up at a P.O. box in town because no delivery driver will risk their van on your washboard road. But you have the space to breathe and a government that stays out of your hair and your wallet. Number 1. Rural Kansas and Nebraska. We are talking about the western fringe counties like Logan, Cheyenne, or Rawlins. These are places where the population is so small that the county government is basically a few people in a small brick building on Main Street. The draw here is the utility Ag-Loophole that is built into the survival of the Great Plains. If you are building for agricultural storage or livestock management, the building codes are practically non-existent. You can build a massive insulated steel warehouse, what the locals call a shouse or a shop house, and live in it legally as an agricultural operator. You can buy 40 acres of flat wheat land for around $50,000. The draw here is absolute, total, and indestructible security and privacy. You have no neighbors for miles in any direction. No HOA is ever going to tell you what to do in the middle of a wheat field. The local culture is built on hard work, silence, and minding your own business. Picture yourself walking across your own 40 acres at sunset, knowing that you do not owe a single dime to a bank or a mortgage lender. The catch here is the heavy psychological toll of the flat, endless horizon. It can drive a city man crazy in 6 months if he isn't comfortable with himself. The wind is a relentless driving force that will test every seal in your house and every nerve in your body. The nearest grocery store might be an hour-long drive in a perfectly straight line through the corn. If you run out of propane in February, you are in a very dangerous and lonely spot. But for the man who truly wants to exit the system and own a fortress that will be standing in 100 years, the Great Plains are the only answer. Out here, you don't just buy land. You buy the ultimate leave me alone button. In a world that is getting louder, more expensive, and more fragile, that button is the most valuable thing you can own. Out here, the silence isn't just quiet, it is indestructible. You finally own your time, your space, and your life on your own terms.